So they'll be calling you a radical. Let's get to the salmon numbers. Let's talk about activism going forward. I think we're trying to get into the point where some shit can go down and happen. It's been a tough year for an activist, right? It's been a really tough year for a fucking activist. Fuck the Jazz, too. Fuck the NBA. Fuck them all. Fuck Major League Baseball. Fuck all these fucking celebrity fucking dickheads. Fucking Donovan Mitchell fucking gives the speech and thing. Don't listen to people angry on the internet. Yeah, easy to say for that fuckhead. He's making hundreds of millions. Take your bulletproof ass and stick it in your fucking ass. Billionaires are going to tell us about social inequality, about Utah, the police brutality capital of the world. He won't even mention Daniel Ward's name. Phony fuckers. So let's get to the salmon numbers. And so, as far as an activism goes, it's been tough. It's been a fucked up year. Over a year. There's no hearings. You know, how great has it worked out? You know, I doubt they'll ever have public hearings again. Well, in California, by law, they have to. So, that's the only good thing. Diablo Canyon, TikTok, get the waste off our fucking place, shoot it into space. So, Utah, I don't know. There's so much going on here, but I can't get up in these guys' face. I can't go have conversations with them. The last year, I haven't been able to do my thing. You know, I've got my tide pool work in. I got it in I don't know how I got it in. I mean, that was a fucking tricky fucking gig. But I did it in California. I got the tide pool work in. So, the plan going forward, and then we'll talk salmon numbers. This is important. Let's get the salmon numbers. And this is the empirical evidence of the Fukushima disaster. You know, you can watch mainstream media all you want. You can watch alternative media. You can watch fucking YouTube vlog. All you're going to hear is radio gaga, blah, 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 blah. All's we hear. I mean, the spin, the analysis of the analysis of the analysis of the analysis. I mean, shut the fuck up. I mean, what YouTube's turned into? Oh, my God. But it's all we have. So, it looks like low tide will be the 26th, 27th, and 28th. It's going to be pretty damn low. So I'll be in California those days. I would have been there the 20th of this month in April, but our little angel, our little girl, my grandson's little sister, is fighting leukemia, primary. She got a blood transfusion yesterday. It helped her. You know, she gets her, biopsy. I had my, those biopsies. I've had 13 of them. But anyway, so I've been helping out with the kids as much as I can. You know, picking up school and doing why this is going on. It's important historic time. You know, the kids matter. I mean, they matter. And so, well, that's all that matters is the ecology. We are. So, let's get to the salmon numbers. So, I just looked. 31,000 for the year, and it's the 7th of May. They peak on April 30th like clockwork. So they should be getting that a day. So at this point in 2016, they had over 500,000 springers. More than that because that was with gill netting and fishing. There's no gill netting, there's no fishing. Zero. The total spring run in 26, just 5 years ago. Now remember, this is important. It's real important. We don't catch dead tide pools. Kevin Blanch does. The acute radical. Oh, they're coming back. The fuck they are. No, they're not. We don't catch dead humans in bone marrow transplant. Oh, Kevin Blanch does. CDC's finally come out and says cancer rates in North America have increased 38% in the last decade. Now, survival rates have gone way up also. Medicine's getting so much fucking better. It's not your father's chemo. It's a whole other animal. But the bottom line is there's been more fucking animals and species wiped out in this decade. Pacific Ocean fucking dies. Stock market makes all-time highs in the previous millions of years combined. This is the greatest ecological collapse in fucking history. Let's talk. Okay, let's talk the Pacific Ocean. Tide pools. I remember when people used to fucking believe me. You know, this is after I'm doing my work, and this woman came to me and she says, I'm a science teacher, a high school science teacher in California, Northern California, and so is my husband. We're also science teachers. He's a high school teacher, I'm a junior high school. These are good ones. He says, we didn't believe you. You know, we started watching you. So we took the kids. And that's what we did all summer. We did just what you do. We went down, low tide. She says, I owe you an incredible apology. You know, we've been watching these two high pulls. You know, we have been out there for a few years. It's devastating. It's heartbreaking. I didn't believe you. I owe you a huge apology. Your work is incredible. Thank you. Nobody would believe me. They're down 99%. I mean, I found a few here and there. 99% wipe out of the tide. That's an unarguable fact. I mean, the fucking phony fake scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're puzzled, they're stumped, they're perplexed, they're bewildered fuckers will even tell you that's part of it. They're in denial for so many years. This decade. They collapsed in 2012 on cue. The wells are down at least 75%. That's coming from the well watching fucking, the Maui well watchers on the humpbacks, the NOAA gray counts, our counts, catastrophe, the starvation. I mean, but the empirical evidence is salmon. Why? Because we count them all. The industry, it's all about fishing. We count them all. Sonar. So, this is new. Whole Foods comes out and says they've had to change their packaging machines for their salmon packaging. They says in the last 8 years, just in the 8 years, they use the word acute. Acute radical collapse in the size of the fish over the last 8 years. This is their words. Our machines, our packaging machines don't work anymore because the salmon are so small. So let's just go numbers without even wait. And sonar could tell you. So they could tell you the size of the fish. So we know exactly how many little fish get out, the small fries. That's called escape. Record escapement in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, record escapement. That's the fish that make it to the ocean. Now, steelhead salmon, they go to sea twice. The first year they come back, we call them half pounders. Now, Tim's been up there. We've done that. I mean, great work that Tim Martin's done. Incredible. The test netties, he worked that so hard this year and got a video up there in the test netting. We've got them online. And they didn't catch one. So, if it's Fukushima, they will start to collapse in 2012, 2013. Right? And the Columbia is very accurate. Oh boy, did they. They're down 90%. More than that. That's some of the rivers, like the Rogue, the Jedediah Smith that has no dams, the Deschutes, some of those are down 99%. The Rogue has 2, last we checked. 2 springers. So, Chinook, the hallowed beast, first came the god of salmon, second came the god. The incredible, where's that picture of mine here with Tim's, that big old beast. God, I got too much, here it is. That's not even Tim Martin caught the world's record Chinook. World's record. I mean, you see this kid in Idaho claiming he's got the record. Tim Martin, the picture he had catch and release, so he took pictures of it in 2010. This is a Chinook, but he caught a steelhead. Fuck this thing. And I've had multiple people look at it and they says that dwarfs the world's record in 2010 on the Rogue. That's in 2010. That's what they're supposed to look like. Very common. 40-pounder. Spring fucking beast. Don't look like that now. There aren't any. I mean, so everybody's, you're crazy, Kevin Blanch. I've been there. I've been watching. I'm a fisherman. I'm this, that, I'm that. You're full of shit. I saw it record. Right. Wait till 2016. You're seeing 20 record returns in 2013. Record. Look it up. The Army Corps of Engineers. 1.4 million returning Chinook salmon on the Columbia River in 2015. 1.4. That's with gill netting and fishing. And WFW, NOAA verified this with me. They said in 2015, 1.5 million Chinook salmon were caught or gill netted before they got to the sonar count. They gill net them in front. So we're talking 2.9 million returning Chinook salmon on the Columbia River in just 5 years ago. 2015. I says, wait till 2016. Record escapement. So their models are really good. They set their models. You've heard this to nausea from me, fucking over and over and over, but you're going to hear it again. They set their model at 1.7 million on the Columbia. NOAA, ODFW, WFW. ODFW is Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife. WFW is Washington's. That was their number. I set mine at 680,000. They're like, fuck, you're crazy. And I talk to them all the time. I used to. Came in at 688,000. Well, it's just an aberration. It's an outliner. Okay. Next year, they set theirs based on escapement. Their models are perfect. They plug everything in. They've had years to develop this. Now, when they had problems in the 70s, like in Alaska, that was the strip miners in the beds up inside the tributaries, not in the ocean. That was all fixed. That's all been fixed. So they set theirs at 2017 at 2.3 million. I put mine at 480,000. They come in at 480 some odd thousand. They're like, whoa, this dude, fuck, once his luck, twice his skill. So the next year, they have their models between 2.3 million and 2.7 million. They're like, still, this is just an apparition. Shut the fuck up, Blanch. You're crazy. I set mine at 333,000. They come in at 336,000. That's when they got their attention. They're like, holy fuck, this dude's been fucking, who can do that? Oh, I did it. Dead on. I mean, you go, so that's when they pulled the plug. Says, fuck you, no more gill netting. No more fishing. I mean, they have a little bit of fishing out. You can go, every other Tuesday fucking between 1 and 3 o'clock just so you can get up there. Oh, sorry, bro, no fishing. Go drink beer. Shut the fuck up. Spend your money. That's all Michelak. We set the Blanch Martin, matrix on how much per fish. Remember we had it at a couple 100,000 a fish. Then we moved it to 300,000, then 800,000. Fuck, there's millions spent per fish caught now. I mean, it's unbelievable. So they pull it out. So I set my model at 220,000. They start to come out of denial and they're lowering fucking projections. They get down back into the 1.3s, 1.4, 1.5 millions. Then they make the call and said no gill netting. So I doubled mine. 440,000. They doubled theirs, had theirs up 2.4, 2.5 million. I came in within 5,000 fish. So last year, same dynamic. I set mine at 240,000. I doubled again. My number was they're like, holy fuck, you're unbelievable. I'm not in Fukushima denial. You are. They're not in denial anymore. I talk to them all the time. They're like, what really got their attention up there and they start to listen to me now is when I said, well, okay, did dams fucking wipe out the crabs and the pneumonic acid in all the crabs? Go talk to a California crabber. Crabbing was pretty good till a couple of years. Fucking nothing. Not to mention the pneumonic acid and killing people. Closed the entire year. They're not catching any. They're like, holy fuck. I said, the only reason it was good for a few years is they're bottom feeders and the fish were fucking dying. They had something to feed on. Fucking Idaho still got their head so far up their ass. They're still fundraising up there. That's a big industry. I grew up there. I grew up steelhead fishing. Where's my steelhead rod? My grandfather's, right here. That's a fishing rod I used to fish on when I was a kid on the Salmon River. So it's a catastrophe. It's not dams. They're dying in the ocean. They're at it now. They're believers in me now. They're like, you made a believer out of us, Kevin Blanch. So there's the numbers. So let's review. So any regressionary model, any you biologists, anybody, you can run a regressionary model. First you hypothesize the knowledge, then I'm the only one that hypothesized this. Then I'm the only one that did the field work in reality as a scientist, as a PhD. Oh, I don't know, one university is going to step up and say, hey, here, my Nobel Prize. I mean, at some point, there's got to be some kind of reward, something. Fuck, I have to have an incentive to keep fucking going. I've got to have something. I can't live in abject poverty and fucking for the rest of my life, can I? I mean, I'm over 10 fucking years of living life. By the way, doing all this from full fucking tide pool work, the salmon work, the activism work, all the world, up in politicians' faces at hearings, fucking leaking stuff, and fuck, the work of 1,000. What a fucking. So I run into this woman the other day, and she says, "Oh my God, Kevin Blanch." Yeah. She says, "I got to tell you, I live here in Utah. I've been following you along for fucking years." She says, "I got to tell you, you're fucking absolutely incredible. That mind of yours blows my mind. I can't believe what you're able to come." And then the guy she's with, whoever, he says, "Where's the Wikipedia page on you?" Oh. It's been a hell of a journey, but it had to get done. Someone had to do the work, and God picked me. Whatever God there is, but he picked me. Freedom Eisbar. Kevin never picked me. Or I never picked it. You never picked it. It picked us. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, it's spite that I was ever born to set this right. But I was. And I've been willing to sacrifice and give my whole fucking... I've donated my entire life. For over 10 years. My whole being. Every fabric of my life and my being. I've gave up everything. And I'm happy to do it. I really, truly am. For Mother Earth. I'm a big believer in spirituality and life, on Earth, life after Earth, life before Earth, I'm a big believer in all of it, and, and there's parts of it, it hasn't been all drudgery. I mean, part of it's been fun. I've met some really cool people along the way, but it's been hard. But just because it's been hard doesn't mean it's been awful, We do things because, sleeping on the beach and things. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about society, about people, about homeless, about Mother Earth. Struggling like this has been a hell of a journey. But, it's taught me so much. A journey that I would have never, ever went on in a million years if I wouldn't have got if this wouldn't happen. If I wouldn't have took that step as far as Fukushima. If Fukushima wouldn't have meltdown, I've been able to see things in the environment that I would never fucking see. I've woken up in some fucking mornings and some nights, and I've met so many, and I've seen things that fucking take your. I've seen thousands of fucking things that beyond take your breath away. Just like, oh, fuck, that I would never have witnessed. So it's been a spiritual fight for Mother Nature, and it keeps going on, and I'll get back at it. It's been a tough year. Been a real tough year. But alive and kicking, right? We're not dead, are we? There's a lot of people are dead. A lot of people have died, and we got to fight for them, too. If you've lost a loved one, or we have to remember them, and we remember them by fighting back at the people that killed them. We can't just let them fucking escape. Not me. I'm not letting them fucking escape. And I don't believe in violence. They do. But we have to call them out in accountability. This has to be at some point. There has to be. Barack Obama and Donald Trump need to be fucking tried and put in prison at some point. Both of them. The cover up of Fukushima is the greatest crime. And the scientists that are mystified, baffled. These propagandists faces of shit that put their shit out there. Fuck. Let them fucking brand their dumb fucking asses in history. They really think they're pathetic. Flick them off like a fucking flea. But the people that cover this up, that are in the powers there be, the scientists, the marine biologists, everybody that's supposedly NOAA, the EPA, fucking President Obama, President Trump, Biden, well, I've given him a fucking little bit of space, but I'm getting ready to jump down his throat soon. It's been a short period. I'll give him some time, just like I did that fucking dirtbag Trump. I gave him time. I gave plenty of fucking time before I turned on him. I gave Obama fucking plenty of time before I turned on him. I'm not going to fucking jump down their throat yet. So, thank you to everybody who supported the historic work, but the salmon numbers, you can do math. You can do math. You can do math. So, spring run right now, we're at 31,000. 2016, right now, at this exact moment in time, we were over 500,000. We can do math. We can run regression. It'll deviate from the mean 1,000 times. You can run any regressional model you want to fucking run. Any of you fuckers now, because the data's there. It's not hypothesized. It's not hypothesis anymore. The data exists. We've had 10 years to gather data. We have it. We have it all. You can. It's easy like that. It's nothing now. I mean, what I did all the dirty hard work for you. It's all done. But you can plug it in now, and immediately, every single commuter model, it fucking immediately points to an outliner. Something radical, crazy happened in 2011. It's not gradual. So we have the data. So it's not hypothesis anymore. Fieldwork goes on, but it's just defending. It's the knowledge now. Kevin Blanch was right. The Great Pacific Genocide. Everything Kevin Blanch said. Now, who cares if you're wrong? I mean, I almost hoped I was wrong. I mean, when you do a hypothesis in science, you should not be afraid of being wrong. You do the work. If you're wrong, that's still knowledge. But I wasn't wrong. I call it Fukushima. It's the greatest PhD in human history. Sadly, I was right. It's knowledge now, which I call it blanched. The blanch particle, Fukushima. Plug it in. You're talking 95% fucking collapse in a radical acute fashion of the Pacific Ocean. I mean, that's just an unarguable fucking fact. You can go deny all you want. Get off your fucking ass and walk out there at low fucking tide, take a look. You don't have to die. By the way, dancers through those tide pools like I do, fuck, you don't even know what an arc that is. You have no clue how dangerous and hard that is. So those fucking things, I mean, talk Bob Beeman Blanch, dead tide pool jumping training for the 2021. No running, no jumping, no protesting, no fucking kneeling. I mean, every day, fucking ILC in Japan comes out with another reg. Why are you even going to go? If any athlete's going, I'd be, what? We can't bring our family. We can't cheer. We can't clap. We can't fucking protest. We can't fucking, why the fuck go? Tell them to fuck off. Stay home. I know you've trained your whole life and you want that fucking moment of glory. I get that. And I get that. But just the fact that they didn't move them somewhere else. Well, when they announced them to fucking be there. Bobby Moon Blanch, dead tide pool fucking jumping. Training in the fucking slums of La Jolla fucking training facility. I'll be back in Monterey. That's where I think I'll probably go. San Diego. Yeah, get those good fucking Point Loma pools. Those La Jolla pools. The PB Point pools. Dana Point. Get up there. Winter, spring, fall, summer. So, thank you everybody for supporting the historic work. It goes on. It's the greatest ecological catastrophe. We have to hold people accountable. I don't know why some of you activists can't. Well, I see now, but, nobody's asked Wyden. Wyden went to Fukushima 5 times in Oregon. He reported to Congress. I bet it's way worse than I thought. Why can't somebody he has town halls. And, God's gate. Why can't somebody just say, hey, Senator Wyden, you went to Fukushima, Japan multiple times. You reported that to Congress that it was much worse. But since 2013, you haven't said one word about Fukushima. Yet the Pacific Ocean's crashed right in our state, right? Our fishing industry's collapsed. Our tourism economy is fucking collapsed. And it's going to stay collapsed. It's your number one fucking industry in Oregon. But Washington. But you can't ask him. Fuck those senators in Washington. Forget it in the state of Washington. The fucking populace in Washington is so gone. I've given up on those fucking people. They are gone. WW won't even talk to you. Won't even call you back, whatever. They're fucking gonzoed. I mean, that state is a freak show. They won't even have a conversation about anything. I guess they're just waiting for fucking Bill Gates to fucking save them. So, stay tuned. Fight goes on. Back in California, low tide, May 26th. The only reason I haven't been is, what I told you. So, back at it. The fight goes on. The fight goes on. Me and Robin Hood. Stay tuned.